Keep the place kind of fresh smelling, you know. This is my wing it's the kindergarten and pre-K.
Alan Washington works hard at Luling Elementary.
We take care of 16 rooms.
Making floors sparkle is part of his job, but his joy is seeing children shine.
I have like 3 dreams.
3? Okay, it's good to have more than just one.
I want to be a veterinarian.
Veterinarian?
I want to be a fashion designer. If that doesn't work out, I would like to do art.
He's a counselor in the hallways.
We are depending on you to get through this school and go out there and do something to contribute something back to help somebody else.
Encouraging children to reach for the stars.
Hey, we're going to do all we can to help you, to be what you want to be.
More than a decade after his world went dark.
Love represents Rachel. Rachel was like the mother hen, really traditional, like I could see her now probably with a house full of kids, married. Learn was Samantha. She was the studious one.
Alan's wife Sandra reads words on the wall of their home that represent the children they lost.
Alan, talented drama, just funny, comedy. And Alandra, lived just because she didn't want to be anything that anybody else was.
The night of February 2nd, 2003, the Washington children were coming home from church. Somehow the car Rachel was driving ended up in the canal along Airline Highway. The 4 children died in 30 feet of murky water.
And then when I went around Airline, I made that turn and come back, and, the fire truck and all that was there. And I said, man, I sure hope nobody not down in it.
And when I saw that state trooper give Alan the nod, when the call was confirmed, I was like, this is really happening. This is really happening.
Parents of 4, childless in an instant.
We got home. I got down on our knees and we prayed. And he said, why can you pray at this time? Boy, we had to pray.
God kept my mind, Nancy. God kept my mind. Wasn't no medication, wasn't no counseling, wasn't, I thank God for the support of the people we had around here, but God kept my mind.
Rooted in their faith, the Washingtons hold their own Bible study every morning, and along the way learned there was still work for them to do, for children and for themselves.
Hey, this is Sandra Washington with YEP of St. Charles, just calling to confirm.
Sandra is program coordinator for the Youth Empowerment Project of St. Charles, a nonprofit agency focused on guiding children toward success.
Mentor young ladies and young men, just kind of provide support for them, try to just help them refocus. Sometimes everybody just needs a little support.
We laugh with Miss Sandra and say, oh, because you think you're everybody's mom. But she does, and part of what makes her so exemplary.
But it took more than mothering skills to become qualified for the position.
It took me 6 years to get my associate's degree. Took me 4 years after that to get my bachelor's degree, all part-time because I was working full-time, and then 3 years to get my master's degree, 13 years.
After she lost her children, Sandra never stopped striving to make them proud. She graduated with her master's in social work from Southern University.
When Miss Sandra was an intern with us around the Christmas holidays, the holidays are a really hard time for them. And she had a number of gift cards, one for each of her children, that she wanted us to give to other children to help make them have a happy holidays.
You know what I give just to have a child a hug right now? And I do. God have blessed me with children, but I'm talking about those children.
Alan can still hear the voice of his baby girl.
When I come in that water, in my mind is that she was calling for me, you know what I mean? And I couldn't help her. That there's rough, I'm gonna get off that one and leave that one alone.
They had their faith, but Alan needed another focus to get through the pain. In 2008, he began to work on his associate degree in criminal justice.
It helped me because it kept me busy in my mind. That there took up some time in my mind, and that would really help to move me through without thinking too much.
He went to school part-time for 6 years.
You must feel some proud when you look at that, right?
Boy, I shake when I look at stuff like this here.
He earned his diploma, but being around the children at Luling Elementary is food for his soul.
So they need somebody to help guide them through and to be able to show them other avenues than what they're doing. When you come here to help these children, when you come here in the evening to help them to read to them, that's a something positive move there too.
He's a constant presence in the hallway, and so the kids know him and respect him and look to him for advice.
There's folks like Mr. and Mrs. Washington who have decided to just throw their love and their heart and soul into trying to help lift up other children.
I only give her a half a cup because if I give her a whole cup, she don't never finish it. So I only give her a half a cup.
Through the years, the Washingtons worked to raise money for scholarships for deserving students in their children's names. They led a support group for other grieving parents, too. But the pain of 12 years ago seems fresh every time they pass bright crosses on Airline Highway.
When I'm going to work, and I had to pass that spot. Tears will fall, me coming up until I get on the other side, and then they'll drive my going to work.
The Washingtons led the fight for 5.5 miles of guardrail along Airline to help prevent other cars from going into the canal. The work was completed in February 2010.
A lot of political backing to get that done, and there's only been like a couple of accidents. There's only been one loss of life.
Her children didn't have a chance to grow up, but now Sandra lends a hand to make growing up easier for others. Ebony Wright's daughter is in the Youth Empowerment Program.
She's just fantastic. I mean, a big help and a lot of effort that she puts in with the kids, and I see a big difference in a lot of things.
You got to be fortified from the inside because life is not always fair.
So the Washingtons go on, year after year.
Holidays are difficult.
Day after day together, reminded of the love they've lost, but strengthened in the goodness in life they've found.
They be proud of us. They were our biggest supporters. They were. They really were. Yeah, so I'll see them again one day.
Nancy Parker, Fox 8 News.